Hello and welcome to another technical takedown the hard way. In today's video, I want to talk a little more about a few brands of vehicles, potential overland vehicles that I completely forgot about. In fact, I can't say that I forgot about them because these brands are so big, really, they cannot be forgotten. So I'm asking myself, well, why didn't I mention them then? Why did I not speak about these brands? What brands am I talking about? Well, you're not going to believe this, but of course, the Volkswagen Audi group. So I was thinking about some of the vehicles that can be used there. The Porsche Cayenne, Series 1, perfect vehicle. Many people using these vehicles now because they are cheap to buy, easy to modify, and they are very capable vehicles. German built, German engineered, of course. So a lot of people are going to like the Porsche brand as well, known for its quality and everything else. It's just a perfect vehicle. I didn't talk about it. There was a reason why I didn't speak about this car, which I'm going to mention a little later. There was another car, also from the Volkswagen Audi group, the Touareg, right? I didn't mention the Touareg. I saw one of these flying around Albania last year and they looked like they were having fun. So why didn't I mention these vehicles? The Audi Q7 is the only vehicle that I really mentioned, and the reason I mentioned this vehicle was because of a number of things. It's highly affordable, they are plentiful, there are lots of them available at this present moment because they're large vehicles, primarily made for the American market. So Europeans don't tend to like the Mark 1 series of the Audi Q7. The car's perfect for us, but there is something, it does have an Achilles heel that I do want to discuss. But the big one, the elephant in the room, Jeep. I cannot believe I did not mention these guys. I didn't even give them a word in Edgeways, which is really strange because one of the main people that I follow, one of the guys that I follow on YouTube right now, a guy who has done the exact same journey as we plan to take. He did that journey in a Jeep, a JK Jeep. I have to call it a JK because I cannot remember the full name. It's not a Renegade. It's not, I completely forgot the name, but it was a JK Jeep. He did another journey as well. He did the Pan American Highway, Alaska to Argentina, and he did that in a Wrangler, a tiny little Wrangler. Slept on the floor. Really awesome dude. You guys already know him, Dan Grech. It's Dan Grech, and at this current moment, he is driving around Australia in another Jeep. And a brand new Jeep, by the way. He bought this one brand new. It's the, oh goodness. I forgot the name of it once again. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into it anyway. I'll write it below. Yeah, you can take a look. There you go. So he's had 3 Jeeps and he has had 0 mechanical problems with all 3 of these vehicles. 0. And he has driven tens of thousands of miles in each of these vehicles, which is absurd really, because here in Europe we always have this, I don't know, I think this bit of snobbery in believing that our products here are superior, and I think part of the reason is just society itself. Here in Europe we are more focused, we are more of a social society. It's more social and less capitalistic. So in America, it's all about making money. It's more about making money here too, but the companies here, if you build a bad product, you will go down. People will hear about it and no one is going to buy it. There's no getting out of it. In America, you have more of a chance of getting out of it. You can buy your way out of it. You can pay your way out of it. You cannot do that here. Once you have tarnished your name, that's it. So a lot of people here believe that Jeep products are inferior. because they are, not just because they are American, but they are built to earn a profit, which means the quality inside is not going to be as good as the quality inside a Land Rover. This is the reason why they get shunned quite often, which is unfortunate, really. It is unfortunate because they have got some really good premium products out right now. We all know about the Jeep Grand Cherokee. We know about the older Cherokee, the Grand Cherokee, and now they have the Grand Wagoneer, which is a huge vehicle, absolutely ginormous, all built on the same platform, I believe, as the new Escalade and the new Lincoln as well, Aviator. So I think all these huge SUVs that are coming out now with every conceivable extra, I mean, are they any good for overlanding? Well, Jeep would be the company to build a vehicle that is always capable because it has a name. Jeep has a name in the overlanding community. It just does, okay? And there are many people who trust in the brand itself. The thing about it is this. From where I live, it's a 10-minute walk to the Jeep, to the Jeep dealership. It's literally 10-minute walk away. If I run it, I can run it in 3 minutes because I run past it every single morning. And this is the reason why I wanted to talk about this today. Why? Why have I not thought about it? Well, I have had a think about it now, and I have come to the conclusion that I will need to approach these people. I will need to speak to them as well. You know, because I think it's hugely irresponsible for me to just make assumptions that this company is not going to want to help us. And I also believe, whilst we are here now in the beginning processes of trying to find a vehicle, I think it is best for us to keep all our options open. I don't think it's good for us to just be ignorant about certain vehicles or about the abilities of certain vehicles or the quality or the agility of certain cars simply because of its brand name. This is 2022. All new cars are built to pretty good specifications and they all are designed and engineered extremely well. Every single one that you see on the road. But we are going to push the limits. We are going to be pushing not the outer fringes, but we are going to be living in and out of this vehicle for a prolonged period of time. So the car needs to be perfect. The ergonomics inside, it needs to be a place that we want to spend lots of time in and enjoy being in, even if it's stationary. It gives us everything we want. We need to think about this. It's very important, very important. So I think just, leaving these cars out would be, it would be an irresponsible thing for me to do. So I'm going to be talking to whoever. We plan to do this. We plan to do many of these videos. Many of the videos that are coming up now on The Hard Way will be videos with me taking test drives of these vehicles, speaking to dealerships and that type of thing, and trying to find the best possible vehicle that we can get. It's going to be like that. So it's going to be enjoyable. We're going to be test driving cars, but it's not going to be like the test drive that you see everybody else. You could go online right now, type in test drive Jeep Wrangler, and you'll see 1,000 videos come up. What there aren't many videos about are long-term family overland adventures in Africa. We need to be specific. So when we drive these cars, when we do these reviews, we are going to have a specific focus on vehicles for long-term overland adventuring. So really important that we have that, and that you guys are able to watch these videos and get something out of it. I've gone a little over on time, but I'm going to keep going anyway. Let's keep going. Right, so what are the reasons why I don't want a Audi or a Volkswagen or a Porsche? Okay, the reasons are this. The vehicles that are really good for overlanding, the tough ones, the older vehicles, the ones that are accessible, the ones that are affordable, the ones that are available. Those vehicles, when it comes to Porsche, those vehicles tend to have the larger 4.8 litre benzene engines in them. These are really good, really powerful, especially the GT version that has a manual gearbox. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant engine. You also have the Cayenne Turbo and the Turbo S, which have unbelievable amounts of power. Something that you're going to need if you are pulling a trailer or something. But of course, this overland adventure, we're not going to have tons of money to spend, and so we need a vehicle that is going to be efficient. And a 4.8 litre V8 is not going to be efficient, especially if it has turbochargers, twin turbochargers stuck to either side of the engine head. So for that reason, we cannot have this vehicle, which is a big time shame. There are Cayennes that have diesel engines in, but they are the Series 2, and those Series 2s, man, those engines can just go, they go for up to 1,000 kilometers on one tank of fuel, which is just incredible. Absolutely incredible. However, the cars are so small. They are quite a lot smaller than the other vehicles, than the Series 1 Porsche. So yeah, that's the reason why we can't go for Porsche. The cars that do have diesel engines in are also more expensive too, way out of our budget. So that's not going to be something we're going to be looking at anytime soon at this current moment. But if we wanted to overland, say in Albania, so Croatia, if we wanted to do something in the Balkans, we could do it in a Porsche. It is pretty thirsty on fuel. However, they are reasonably reliable, and they look good, and they can be modified quite extensively. The other vehicle was, and we're not going to go deep into this today, but it's the Audi Touareg, the Volkswagen Touareg and the Audi Q7. Why didn't I go for these two vehicles? And the reason I didn't go for them is 4Motion on the Touareg and also Quattro on the Audi Q7. These are all-wheel drive systems. They are all-wheel drive systems, not four-wheel drive systems. Massive difference that we are going to discuss in another video. But basically, the all-wheel drive systems on these vehicles are made for the road. They are made to keep the car stable, to keep it planted so it doesn't slip, so it's safer on the road for everybody. That is what all-wheel drive is for. And that is what Quattro is for, predominantly. For traction on smoother surfaces, slidey surfaces, gravel, that type of thing. Is it made for going over steep inclines? Yeah, I've seen these vehicles do it, but you know, and a four-wheel drive system is different. Once you lock those axles, you know, it's very difficult to stop that car from going anywhere. However, on these other cars, you cannot do that. They don't even have electronic locking mechanisms. So, you know, I'm not going to be doing anything extreme, clearly, especially if the family comes. I'm not going to be doing anything extreme. So we might get one of these vehicles. I'm not leaving it out of the equation yet. We might still do that. So there we have it. Those are the main reasons why I'm very, very apprehensive about getting these vehicles. But like I said, I'm not going to leave them out of the equation. If push comes to shove and I don't have a vehicle, then I will grab one of these vehicles if there is one and it's available. Because the types of overlanding we're going to be doing, we should be able to do that in those types of vehicle. We don't need a Land Rover or, you know, Defender or something like that. You know, we don't have to have these vehicles. It would just be bloody nice to have those though, you know what I mean? So it would be bloody nice to have them. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.